Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
Coming with the vocals early?
Yeah, man. I didn't know if he was gonna make it today or not, man. I was trying to.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We need that mess yesterday. It's like, let's try for tomorrow. It's like, tomorrow's not gonna come.
But that's the thing about tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow.
Right.
It's not necessarily specific.
You know what, bro? I almost got into an accident today.
What?
Like, I almost got into an accident.
Like a car accident?
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
I had just dropped the line off at my in-laws' house, and the back road 66. It's a one lane going both ways. Somebody came over on me, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the first time in like years where I was like, oh shit, I'm finna like die in a car accident.
Wow, Sam, are you?
Amber, what's up, Amber?
Shout out to Burberry.
Yeah.
Oh wow. so we ain't reading names no more. Okay.
But yeah, man, I was shook today. I was actually shook. I was like, ooh, like this could have really been my life. Like,
wow.
I've only had that happen like 2 times in life.
Listen, I need y'all both to stay home and do nothing. Wrap yourself in styrofoam because I really can't take another hit right now. Like for real. Not right. Nah. Give me like 50 years and then
Death is popping out here in these 2020 streets, bro.
Yeah, it's out there.
It is. Man. We just had another passing in my family. I actually had to go to Louisiana this weekend.
Why?
Yeah, my uncle passed away. My other uncle. So yeah, I couldn't make it
You
last
right?
week. So I'm good. You know what? It's kind of one of those things. I don't know who I was talking to about this earlier. Or maybe I was just thinking about it. I don't know, but it's like one of those things where it's like you. Oh, I think I was having a discussion with Amber. You don't realize how precious time is until like something is removed from your life. And I was thinking about how I was supposed to go to Louisiana a long time, like maybe like a few months ago, and Dad hit me up and was like, you shouldn't come, COVID and all this stuff. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. But then like weeks later, my aunt's husband passes away. And he's the one that's like, he pushes me to come out there a lot, regardless of, the relationship I have with my dad. He's like, look, we love you. You should come out here. So him passing and me not being able to go out there and see him did kind of mess with me. But then it's like my other uncle passed away out there. Wow. And it's like, oof. And my aunt, this is my aunt's brother. 2 weeks ago was my aunt's husband. Now this is her brother, and it's like,
that's scary.
Yeah, man. Just pray for the family, dude. But time is precious, man. Time is precious. Time is, I think Joe said it. Time is like your most valuable. Time is inventory. Man.
Inventory. Time is inventory.
It's your most valuable asset, dude. So you gotta cherish it. Not to start this podcast off too down,
too heavy. Yeah,
we got too much other shit to get into. We get into heavy shit later. How you guys doing?
Man, it's been a week.
Yeah.
So
up, down?
No, both. Check this out. I had to call my course like, let's go out, get something to eat, right? Let's go to Papa Do's.
This is you and your
coworkers? I'm like, coworkers.
Okay.
So
we going out with coworkers in COVID-19?
But it's like, because I haven't seen these people in like 4 or 5 months. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Respect.
We up there kicking it, hee ha ha, and great time.
Is a female coworker?
Both.
Okay.
So we get to the end of the day,
like a coworker double date type thing. Like,
yeah, I'm just trying to paint the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Just coworkers. So Bill comes. Everybody say, "Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this."
Uh-oh.
The person who suggested it. Oh my God, guys, I'm so embarrassed. What? You knew what was in the account before you said Papa Do's.
Papa Do's on cheap.
Yeah. No, that Papa Do's is one of the spots where if you check the account before you hit a Papa Do's if you struggling for bread.
Like
Papa
a week in advance.
Pull up. Yeah, that ain't one of them joints you just pull up and order like a number 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna make sure you got it at Papa Do's.
Actually, I only got 30. then why would you say you gonna get drinks?
$30. I'm about to say that's drinks, fam.
No, and she's like, okay, this person had drinks,
Oh,
this other person had appetizers, and I had desserts, and and everybody had their own individual plate.
I see.
And you offered the most expensive things with $30 in your account.
See, at her, bro. At her in the chat so she can come up.
Yeah, at her, please.
She's not on Facebook.
I don't
believe
believe
for her. I don't believe him either. But you know, it's cool. It's cool. So what happened with that? I mean, so your coworker
we ended up having to split it. We actually had we ended up having to split it between me and another person.
Wow.
You and the other person.
She set you up for the okie doke. Was the other person a male?
No, it was 2 females.
Okay.
Still set up for the okie doke.
Yeah, 100%.
So is she gonna pay y'all back? I mean, do y'all get paid Friday? Like, how's that supposed to work? Are y'all just writing it off?
We get paid.
I know black people. If you pay me back, it's cool, but I'm not gonna hold it on you because I'm not gonna ruin something. Hey, in the associateship over.
Hey, Abe's already on it.
You jeopardized it when you decide us to meet at Papa Do's and then have the bread.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your responsibility to make sure that the associateship stays tight.
Whenever you get that money back from the cap and gown, then I hear from you.
Look, bro. Oh no, that shit ain't happening. But look, no, that shit ain't happening. I wrote that off a long time ago. But my nigga, look, it's COVID. Niggas is out here losing their jobs. Like, you already got me out of Papa Do's, bro. I'm not finna. Nah.
Yo, don't.
And I go. I know.
Yo, yeah, you're
about too.
Yep.
I know exactly who he's talking about too. Dang, God, dog.
Yo,
okay, hey man, sometimes you gotta be a blessing to people, bro. I'm not mad at you, Rock.
Man, what would y'all do for that? What would y'all do in that situation?
What? If somebody invited me and came up short.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of relationship do we have? Is this an entanglement? Is this what are we
No, it's just coworkers. No, it's nothing past that.
No, they busting suds, get dishes. Damn.
What
it's
kind
it's
of
your shift. It's your shift.
What's up?
Niggas is going to jail, bro. They ain't having niggas bust tables in the back anymore.
Right. That shit ended in 1990.
I don't know, bro.
I was about to say 87.
I mean, me knowing me, I would probably foot it because I've done it in the past. So it's like, all right, whatever.
I'm fronting. I'm foot.
I keep it there though. I keep it on the mental because like,
from now on, I need to see bank accounts whenever we going out.
You gonna check my credit before they go out?
The thing is, you gonna catch her on social media, wilding out, doing all that, not on Facebook because she's not on Facebook, but it
is what it is. So I was like, that was my for the week.
Segment. That was my for the week.
Of the week.
Yeah, that's up, Rock. I mean, Rez, how you doing, bro?
I'm in dating. I'm that tired. Daddy daycare, fam. Like it's
just like that.
It's good. It's good though. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is a safe space, bro. Even though it's live streaming to
the world,
people.
Yeah,
bro.
It's active. It's active. My son is interesting. He knows the game pretty well already, so he knows how to cry and what type of cry to make. Did he just say right and duck?
Right and dipped out. Yeah. Right.
That remind me of them Zoom meetings, dog. When you be at work and you just say that one thing every 3 minutes just to pretend like you still active.
Yeah.
Bro, dip.
Bro, I'm so inactive in the Zoom meetings, dog. You have to like ask for me. Like, John, are you there? That happened today, matter of fact. I had the camera and the mic muted. John, are you there? Popped on. Yeah, I'm here. Pop right off.
Oh yeah, no, I keep the camera and the mic muted.
I got something. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Nah, but my son knows the game. He knows what type of cry to make us jump. And because we started peeping game and like he's crying, but there's no tears coming out. It's just like, oh, you hustling. You just want to be held. You just want somebody to be close to you. It's like, fam, I'm sitting right next to you, but he want to be in the arm.
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. But I get it. You know, he 10 weeks tomorrow? Dang.
Yeah, he a man.
Already?
Yeah, fam. The time's flying, bro.
You got bills and shit already? You got a bill?
Bro, he got credit scores. He got credit scores already, dog. Experience sent the letter for him yesterday. I'm like,
You are pre-approved.
like, fam. Furniture company trying to give him them credit cards. They try to give him warranties for cars he don't even own for Fisher Price. I'm like, come on, bro.
Hey, man.
That's a stupid, man. My week was cool, nigga. No, the air went out on us. Yes.
Oh, that was not cool. That was actually hot.
It was hot. It was hot as hell. It was hot last night. It was hot today. Matter of fact, I just fixed it maybe 2 hours ago, bro.
You fixed it yourself?
Yes, bro. I fixed it myself, dog.
DIY. That boy's a homeowner.
Man.
Look, I almost gave up. I was talking to Rev earlier today. I was like, look, bro, I think this is one of those things where it's like I gotta pass it on somebody else. I don't know if I'm able to fix it. But like I ended up fixing it. I had to replace a piece to like the HVAC unit outside. And
Okay.
But the thing is, like, it's hard to get to because it's a big ass spiky bush. So I'm in the spiky bushes, bro, replacing shit. I'm all up in the attic with the furnace and stuff. Like, I don't think, you know what, bro? This is me kind of having a moment, bro. I don't really
take
think
a moment
because my wife walked in, right? Because I was like, yeah, you know, when I was talking to her earlier, I was like, yeah, you know, the AC is still kind of out. You might have to stay at, you know, your mom's tonight because I don't really know what the hell is going on. She's like, all right, cool. Mind you, I spent all day on this damn AC, bro. Sweating, hot, all outside. It's raining and shit. I finally fix it, bro. My wife just comes in and says, oh, the AC is working. Is it getting cool? Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's getting cool.
Then that's what it took to get there.
Yo,
I done slaved over this shit all day, and she just walks in and is like, "No, it's getting cool.
It feels better."
You are.
Outside.
That's a sign you are firmly entrenched in your marriage. Like that. That's when stuff like that happens. It's like, yeah, y'all are, yeah,
stuck. We stuck.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, bro.
Yeah, like this, but that's like deep marriage shit. Like this was like some newlywed stuff, and I was fixing the furnace, dog. Shit, she probably walked in like, "Oh my god, you fixing the furnace?
Oh,
right, AC working." Now it's like, "Oh, okay, I see you got the AC working. That's what's up."
Yeah, you would have got a couple things. You ain't getting nothing.
right. This was year one, John. John and Ash. They would have been like, you know what I'm saying? I would have got something for that thing. Now it's just like, all right, go put Alani to the bed. Alani sleep in the car. Can you go grab her real quick and put her in the room?
You go get your daughter.
Your daughter.
Yeah, I hear the AC's working. Can you get your daughter at the car? I'm like, oh shit. All right. So yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, Burberry. It's twins. Yeah, I got two of them things. Yo, my daughter though, man. Like, hey, bro, I feel you, bro. It's hard, man. Like, I'm not gonna be able to tell her nothing. Like, at
already
all.
on day one,
fam. So it's two things that get me. It's one is I'll feed her, right? I'll feed her, and she's finishing the milk, and I know she's finished with the milk because she'll just go, and she'll just look at me.
Boy,
and it's
hearty meal,
and it's like. I melt every time, and she does it every day, 3 times, and or the 3 times I feed her, and it's just like I melt. And then my son does this one thing where like we'll be playing around, and like I'll know he's having fun because he'll make this little noise. He'll be like, "How?" And I'm like, "The heck? What was that?" But it's the cutest noise I've ever heard in my life, and so. Like they know how to get me.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Dad
they
stories.
They got
dad stories.
Yeah. # Dad Chronicles.
Dad stories are cool, bro. Wait till you get older. Enjoy this stage that they're at right now. Enjoy that shit, dog. Because I feel like I'm like level 3.
Yeah. Ain't no talking back.
It's different.
It ain't no asking for money and other toys,
bro. Alani asks. She's at this point to where like if we say no, she just continues to say please. And she's expecting that to like change our mind.
Yeah,
polite.
No.
Yeah.
Like, please, no, please. Start crying. Please. Like, no, get out my face.
Wow.
Ooh,
how hard is that to you though? On the inside? I know you gotta be tough on the outside, but the please and the tears, and you still gotta say no.
Oh, like when it was like day one stuff, I'm like, all right. Now it's like, no, get out my face. You can't have it. I'm sorry.
It don't work no more. You don't work no more. It's a wrap.
It don't work anymore, man. Nah, it don't work. It don't work. Get out my face. It's cool. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm proud of you, man. I can't wait. I like hearing different levels, bro. Because like I said, you're the closest friend I have that has had a kid after me. So like to hear like your growing, I don't want to say growing pains, but you know, your thing.
Oh, that growing pains.
Daddy thing.
Bam. My son spazzed on me. He was screaming at me, dog. Like I'm talking Daylight versus freaking Tay-Rock, you know, for my battle rap. Cause you know, shout out to Burberry because she's part of the culture. She gets it. Abe, you're starting to get it. Like Abe texts me like at 1:30 in the morning talking about some dope battle rappers. You damn right. You damn right.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't notice it because I didn't notice how much. I didn't know how many battle rap pages Speak Between the Lines followed until I deleted my own personal page and was like really on the Speak Between the Lines page. So it's like I'm seeing all this stuff. I'm like, oh, that shit was kind of
it hit right. It hit right. It's different.
That shit was kind of cool. That shit was kind of cool.
Inception, dog. I knew eventually y'all was gonna.
You knew it'd come around eventually.
If I follow enough pages, it's gonna trickle down. They're gonna be like shit bro.
That. It was cool. It was cool. I like Conceited. I know Conceited is like with the Wild and Out thing now, but I was watching some of his stuff.
Stop.
What? No. But the reason I like Conceited is because he'll dish you, and then he has like this tag that says, "Slow it down. I just dished you."
I dissed you. Yeah.
Break down. Yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah,
you're like
you're like generation back, like but I mean,
I know.
You know,
yeah,
that's respectable.
Back at show.
Yeah,
that's
what's up. What up, B Woods? What up, Metcalf? Polk City Players. But what are we talking about?
Kids,
bad stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't want to hear that.
Man. So speaking of Metcalf, y'all probably don't even know who that is, but fantasy football is around the corner.
Thank you, Burberry. She know what's up. He corny now.
I mean, he's on Wild and Out. He's not really even in the battle rap realm anymore. No, because Hitman is. I think Hitman is kind of still tight, right?
Bro, I gave you a list of 20 battle rappers that all are fire right now.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I had watched that. I had watched that before I asked you for the list. I was like, okay, that was neat what he did there.
If that's neat, bro, it's levels to this, bro. Like,
I mean, it's neat, but neat
when you wake
fire
up
are two different things.
I got you. I understand. You didn't present that like it was neat. Like, slow it down. You presented it like it was hot. Like,
it was kind of cool though.
Slow it down.
Let Abe go on his experience. Let Abe enjoy his battle rap the way he want to enjoy his battle rap.
You know what? No, thank you, Rock. Let me enjoy this experience the way I feel see fit. And I will catch up to y'all niggas when I do. I will catch up to y'all niggas when I do.
This man is 3 years in battle rap mad at you because you ain't where he at.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
You know, you gotta start somewhere.
But it's crazy. It's like he said something, but he dissed him when he said it. And I didn't know until he said, slow it down.
Slow it down. I just dissed you.
That is fire, though.
You got the audience all in it. It's cool when he has the audience saying it.
let me not hold you. It is fire, though. It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is fire though.
You see how Reds do you?
You know what I'm saying, bro? When you get the crowd involved,
your growth.
It's the crowd involvement, dog. It's the crowd involvement. You know what I'm saying? But it's all
facts. PG-13 battle rapper, dog. I need you to get your weight up, man. Fam.
At least my boy is at PG-13. That means he got past G and PG.
Yeah, man. At least they cussing in PG-13. They cussing right now.
Hey, Rock. What's crazy is A don't even know what the PGs are, right? He don't even know what the PGs are.
And that's good. That's a good thing.
Yo, look, and Rock don't know what the PGs are either. He's just like this.
Rock, what are the PGs?
I don't people I know is Daylight and Arsenal.
None of those are PGs. It's cool.
What does it have to do with PG though?
This is Red's little world that he in.
Yeah, yeah. You let me and Burberry kind of just absorb y'all into a world that y'all not really ready for. Get your feet wet. I'll send you a playlist, dude. I got a playlist.
That's what I'm doing, and you cracking on me. What am I? I'm trying to get
exactly.
No, I'll tell you what. No.
We expect you to keep on listening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Red's the nigga that get you on something, and then when you like, oh, okay, this is kind of tight. He trash you for the shit that you done got on. It's not the heavy stuff.
Hey, you gotta reel him in, dog. You gotta no, real talk though. I got a YouTube playlist of like, I don't know, like 119 battles. I'm gonna send it to you.
And then like 119 battles.
Yeah,
you can watch that in 5 minutes.
Bro,
No.
Rez is the nigga. You can't even go in it at your own pace. He want to drown you in the shit, bro. I got 10,000 videos on the playlist, nigga. I'm gonna send them to you. You need to watch them all weekend, nigga. Be ready to talk about it every Monday.
No, right. I'm just saying we could watch one battle a week. And once you start getting into battle rap, like you're gonna watch more than one battle. But I'm saying we'll watch one battle a week, and then we could chop it up and be like, okay, well, who won what round? Because you gotta learn the game, dog. You don't even know the angles. You don't know like the background shit that go on. Like, dog, they got bars that have nothing to do with anybody outside the culture. Like, fam, all right.
I believe it. I'm a weekend.
Like, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm lit. Like, I'm hyped. I'm ready.
The reason why we at the PG-13 level.
Yeah, you know. Man. Hey, Summer Madness, dog. Summer Madness.
That's all right.
Yo,
okay.
B Wood said that's 2 years of battles.
B,
thank you.
B, this nigga got 119 battles, bro. A playlist of 119 battles, and want a nigga to just watch that whole and be ready to like talk about it.
Like, that means he found every battle for the last 2 years on YouTube.
Yo,
yeah, bro, which is cool because that's your thing.
But he ready for you to listen to it in a week.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a weekend, bro. Just give me a second.
It's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. I'm looking for it. Don't worry. He's going. It's gonna pop up in the
group chat.
Yep,
He finna post it in the thread on the Facebook stream. This nigga finna put it everywhere. All right, bro. Okay. Fantasy football.
At John Avery.
Football. Fantasy football is around the corner, dog. And
I'm sorry, it's 132 battles. Here you go.
Jesus,
132 battles.
There you go. You starting off with Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitty, one of the best battle rappers in the world. And it's probably one of the greatest battles ever.
So what is this rated? Is this an R-rated battle? Or is this a PG battle? Is this a TVMA battle? Like, what is it?
Ask Burberry. She knows.
Burberry did ask who's your favorite.
Right now? I got
right
a rotate.
At 7:31 right now. Who's your
7:31 on September 1st, 2020.
Like 10 people.
No. Right now, no. Real talk.
I have a rotation.
It's a push. It's a push between Rum Nitty and Daylight right now. A month and a half ago, I would have said Rum Nitty clear, but fam, yeah, it's different, bro. Like he on some shit. Go ahead.
So Rick said you got to watch Arsenal and see how he be up there talking about people's kids and baby moms.
Boy, Arsenal is disgusting.
Arsenal might be on the Mount Rushmore of battle rappers. Just not off of just straight ability, but just off of disrespect and impact. Like
and
what
crowd
he does. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Some of the stuff he say, dog, is just like you gotta fight, bro. You gotta fight. You gotta shoot him or something. Like the fact that Arsenal I could battle rap. rap.
You used to write some lyrics a while ago.
No. In your
bag a little bit.
But writing songs and battle rapping are different. Like your boy Young Cassidy came in there and got smoked. That boy got 30. 30 means basically he lost every round because it's 3 rounds. So let me spoon feed.
Let me write that down somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
You want some notes?
Battle rap lingo.
Yeah.
Definition.
30. Yeah, there you go. 30.
Is this going to be on the test? Is this going to be on the test this weekend? I don't know.
It's only 10 questions.
Are there any pop quizzes coming up? That's what I need to know. When
Monday at 7 p.m. Fantasy football.
I got you. Yes, fantasy football. I'm excited, dude. I'm ready. This is like the first time we're going to do it like with people that mess with us on the podcast. I know we kind of talked about it last year, but we got started late. So it's going to be cool, man. I'm excited. We got I think maybe 4 spots left. We got a lot of people that actually signed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised B Woods come over here talking about I'm here to just talk about Patriots, but then it's just like I don't do fantasy.
You don't want to play fantasy
because he don't want to draft the
hold up. The dude that don't even watch football playing and he don't want to play.
Yeah, man. He can play. He can play. B Woods, you can play, dog.
He don't want to draft Tom Brady is what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm.
Yeah. So
sounds like it hurt.
I know, right?
B Woods, you know the players, bro. I don't even know the players. I'm like an automatic dub. We play for the love of the game. Come on, B.
Yeah, man. And it's
Just
fun.
wanna jump in it.
It's really, I'm just playing so I can just come on here and talk shit to y'all every week. It just gives me a reason to talk shit to y'all, the fans, whoever I play. That's why I'm in it. I just want to just talk shit. Whether I win or lose, I'm going to talk shit. So that's my own kind of personal thing. But I think it's gonna be fun though.
You know what that sound like? A Mavs fan.
Oh, good shot. Good shot. Good shot. But you know what? You know what? We lost. I don't want to stick on this too long because we lost a few days ago. I mean, we lost. It's all good. I mean, we didn't have Porzingis like the last.
Yeah, you said it'll be over in 6, and you were right.
You say what?
You said it'll be over in 6, and you were right.
Right. And then Red said that OKC had an opportunity to sweep, and it's going to Game 7. So, yeah.
Well,
anyway,
I was
fantasy
wrong.
football. No, what you wrong about? What?
The sweep.
What, for the Mavericks?
No, you said. Then I said, okay, you can sweep.
He said they could upset.
Oh yeah, I thought you said sweep.
Yeah, and it's going to Game 7. So
yeah.
Now he said that they should have sweep him. He said, "How you gonna play with somebody named Schroeder when that's your number one player?"
Houston, that's right. Hey, I'm on your head tonight. Y'all, is that tonight or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. Fam, Houston better not lose, bro.
Game 7.
Fam, you Russell Westbrook fans, this dude really finna get OKC out the first round by himself without being on the team. Come on, bro. Like James Harden, bro, Western Conference Finals. Like, I'm off of it. I'm just saying. You better win.
they're not. They're not going to win. Look, and Porzingis is already out 2 weeks with a knee injury for the 2021 season. Why do we even have him? I feel like if we could have had somebody else, we could have beat the Clippers. But that's neither here nor there. We lost, and fuck the Clippers. So, speaking NBA, what do y'all think about all the protests that's been going on about for the Kenosha shooting?
So at first,
that got me hot.
At first about it, when the shooting first happened, I'm like, see, if they weren't in this bubble, the media would be talking about it. But because they were in the bubble, they forced the narrative of the conversation. Because when you looked at it, for the most part, they weren't really talking about it big until the Bucks boycotted the game or they set out the game. Mm-hmm. And then they canceled all the games for the day and the game for the next day. You had Doc Rivers came out with a powerful statement. It's like, we love America, but America don't love us. Mm-hmm. It forced the entire country to look at it. Because had they kept on playing, this would have been swept on the rug easily. Mm-hmm. Because mainstream media wasn't talking about this like they were talking about George Floyd when there was nothing else to talk about.
Right.
They had enough stuff with the elections, with the Democratic convention, with the Republican convention to just not talk about it. But because of the bubble, the NBA forced it to have a conversation.
But I feel like we're always doing stuff to force conversation, but nothing really comes of it. Like there was some commitments from the NBA and the Players Association to even resume the playoffs. But I thought it was interesting that they're going to turn all the arenas into voting locations. I thought that was cool, but I mean, I feel like they're always kind of forcing the conversation, or entertainment is kind of the face of protest and boycotting when something like this happens. I mean, I can understand how they feel. I mean, they're in the bubble; they really can't do anything. So them protesting the game, I think is cool, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn between. Yes, they boycotted and they brought it to the center stage, but then I'm also like, okay, are we asking NBA players to do too much? Like, are like the fact that them boycotting, like, what does that exactly do? Like, they were to not play at all. Like, damn near the commitment, with the Players Association. Like, if they decided to not play, like, what exactly would that solve?
Nothing. All it would do is hurt the pockets of corporate America, which in turn would hurt their pockets. Oh, it'd be like a drop in a hat. Drop in a hat.
Yeah. So like, are we? I think we're asking NBA players for too much. I like what they're doing, but I mean, it's like some shit happens, and I feel like we just look to them. But it's like, okay, now they're doing what they feel like they can do. We're just like, okay, all right, what else? What happens next?
Well, the thing about the NBA players, in my opinion, is, and athletes just in general, is like, I don't really look for the athlete to say anything. Like, I do appreciate it when they do say it, because, you know, at least they're using their platform. And I feel like that's a responsibility. If you have a platform, you should be talking about stuff like this. You should be shedding light on this. But you don't want every athlete talking, because they're not informed. And they look stupid. And then when you look stupid, you take away from, you know, the overall conversation. Kind of like when I think last week LeBron was reading the Malcolm X book, but he wasn't reading the Malcolm X book. But when they asked him about and it looks nuts. And it's like, fam, you're the face, and you're somebody who we all look up to, and as a leader in the community, just say you didn't read the damn book. Like, you know, don't engage in conversations you're not really ready for. So if you're an athlete, I don't feel like they should say something if they really don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because the moment they get called out on something, you blew it for all of us.
But that I feel what you're saying, but that's kind of an unfair situation, though.
What do you mean?
Calling the guy out, like, I mean, he's reading the book. He did say he just started the book, but I don't know how many people can, like, just off the rip just say, hey, or when they're asked, hey, what is that about? Really give like a detailed explanation, especially when they just started the book. Now, him just trying to just make up some bullshit off the fly, because typically that's what they do anyway. And then it didn't sound right. But like this nigga going up there and saying, I just read the book, and then asking him to give like a detailed explanation of the book, he gonna try to pull shit out from anywhere, because that's just what they do as people who always give interviews. But
okay, so take that same example, right? But substitute the conversation about Malcolm X in the book with what's going on with the civil unrest, and an athlete that starts making up stuff, and then all of a sudden they start pressing them, and then it's like, oh well, you don't know nothing, fam. Like, what are you talking about?
See, my issue with that is we don't have that same energy for when the other side does it. Because, like, perfect example, Trump in an interview, they said you always say the Bible is your favorite book. Name a verse.
Bars. When they asked him that question, fam.
Oh, well, I don't want to, because I love it. It's personal. Are you New Testament or Old Testament? I'm both.
Press the detonate button on him.
So when a white person does it, it's not he's speaking for the entire community. So why do we have the same assumption if one black person says something, it's indicative of the whole community? So I think that's an unfair assessment that we have that we put on people.
But we give them that title though.
Yeah.
Like when something happens, we look to them like, hey, y'all niggas need to do something, or y'all need to say something. Like, we look for them because they are supposedly our influence in the culture. So when something like this happens, I mean, we're already in a suppressed state, or an oppressed state. I'm sorry. So when something like this happens, we look for people that we look up to say some shit about it, because we feel like our voices are not as loud as theirs are. So we just
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go. Even Stephen A.
Oh, go ahead, nigga.
No. Pause. No, but real talk. Hey, no, real talk. I was doing the same thing. I was like, But no, but even Stephen A. Smith said it yesterday. He was on ESPN talking about how, like, they're the voice of the voiceless, because he says he's not even an athlete, and if something happens, he's walking down the street and everybody like, yo, Stephen, what you gonna say? What you gonna do? Because like we do anoint those to do that for us. The white community has so many voices that it's almost like white noise, no pun intended. It's just like you can get it from anywhere. Like for us, we have selective people that we just kind of vicariously go through.
Exactly. And we look up to them and it's like, say some shit. And then when they say some crazy shit like LeBron did about Malcolm X, we then chastise them.
That's it. Just how Juicy Smollier, when he pulled that bull.
Why can't you not say this nigga's name?
yo,
it's forever Juicy Smollett.
when Juicy pulled that, what did the black community do? We were like, we was on the podcast. We did like 2-3 episodes. We were like,
yeah, we did.
We say
Subway in the middle of the night.
we definitely hope he ain't doing it, but if he is,
Right.
But it makes us look bad because it's like, I'm doing this for LGBT, community. I'm doing this because I'm black, and then you just make all of us look stupid.
Yeah. But that's the
Shut
thing.
up.
Like we look at ourselves as a collective group, which we should, but then then it's like when somebody does something bad, it's like, oh, the whole culture looks bad now. It's like, I mean,
well, that's because
like
they
I said,
weaponize
we give them
that
thing.
But they weaponize that against us. That's not just our fault. Like the media will weaponize that against us. See, they don't even know what they want. Like, so it's not inherently us doing it. It's just that's what's fed to us, and we just kind of accept that.
That's some oppressed ass shit.
Or we play into that.
Yeah.
But I like what Rick said, because like there's nothing wrong with just saying I'm not well versed in that. All Bron had to do in that situation, I'm not trying to make this about him, but all he had to do in that situation is say, look, I just started a book. Like, he's done some great things, obviously, and he can kind of freestyle off of that, but he can just say, look, actually, the reason I have this book right here, right now, is because I'm about to go get into it. And you're done. Don't try to act wokey woke, and then you get caught, and just like.
But the question is, would they have accepted that, or would they still oppress?
Who cares if they would have accepted it?
Yeah.
If I'm LeBron James, who gives a crap what? This reporter's a no-name. I'm the reason you have a job right now.
No, it's Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks asked him. Taylor Rooks got it.
Oh, it's Taylor. My bad. My apologies.
But I don't think Taylor Rooks would have pressed him though. I don't even think she would have pressed him like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So my question is like, okay, like what happens next after this? Okay, we got this whole thing from the NBA about polling stations and
facts,
all this other stuff. What happens? What did Rev say?
He shouldn't have brought the dang book in the first place.
You think he was trying? Well, he was trying to make a statement,
but he made the wrong statement. Now, didn't he? Like, what kind of statement
is this the first book he's ever brought to a press conference?
I think it's the first strategic. Well, I won't say strategic. Everything's strategic with him. He'll wear a cast after getting swept. I broke my hand. Like,
right. I mean, and had Taylor not asked him that question, who else would have asked him that question? I don't even think Taylor.
What if Taylor was in on that
maliciously?
What if she was in on it? What if he was like, yo, I'm gonna bring this book. I want you to ask me about it. but she messed up the plan and went too deep. He wasn't ready.
Oh, that'd be sour.
You are going wrong, fam.
Hell yeah. Now LeBron texts you like you fucked it up. I was like, well, shit, what you mean?
I asked a question, you told me to ask.
Exactly. I don't know, man. I just it's been so much happened, dude. I just don't know. I feel like we're just repeating the cycle of the same stuff. That's just what it feels like. I feel like somebody gets shot, and then we're like NBA, WNBA, which WNBA, they've always kind of been doing their thing, but it's like,
yeah, they have.
It's like, do something. I mean, we look at the entertainers more than we do the politicians.
Well,
but
actually,
like it's this cycle,
and that is the real issue. Which is why everybody's saying that get out and vote, which I do appreciate that, because that's where that's how you change the policies. Is by changing the people in charge on every level.
But I feel like that's just some shit that we telling ourselves because we think that that's going to work because that's the one thing that we haven't done. But for some reason, in the back of my mind, I feel like even if we do that, what's going to keep somebody from going out and shooting somebody in the face unjustly? Somebody we have in office?
No, nothing. No.
If there's a real consequence behind it, then people would second guess it.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Why? If your life was in jeopardy by doing it, I think we'll give people pause.
Who votes for that though? Who do we need? Maybe that's the question we need to ask. Okay, who is that person that we need to vote for that will do that shit? Because I just hear like, get out and vote. You won't change? Get out and vote. Get out and vote. Okay, who is that? Who is that person? Rock, you're saying that okay, if we vote the right person in the office, then they're going to make it seem like, look, I for an eye, 2 for a 2. Not that deep, but it's like, okay.
Yeah. But the issue is nobody's come out and said that because it's not You're not going to win by saying that.
Mm.
And that's also another issue.
I feel like it's a recurring cycle so much that we're just looking for something else that's like, look, this is the answer. And we're kind of leaning towards that. But let's just, I mean, just think about it, dude. It's like all this shit has been happening. And it's like, it was like, okay, well, let's not protest. Let's protest because that'll change everything. And we protest and we get into this cycle of protesting. Now we're kind of stretching for something else that we feel is going to like give us the answer that we're looking for.
Well, going back to your question. Well, I kind of want to go back to your question about, well, who is it? Well, for who is it? I always said it was Bernie Sanders. I thought I was Team Bernie. I thought that he was the only one that I could really point to in the last 2 elections that I'm like, yo, he's speaking for the people. Like he's really talking about things that make sense for people. Like Medicare for all makes sense for people. Canada has free Medicare. Why don't we have free Medicare? Like that's stupid. Like why would you fight that? I think I saw a recent poll that said like 86% of people would go for that. Like that's a good idea. But Biden don't want to do it. You know, I'm sure Kamala don't want to do it. And I'm with Rick on this one. Look, Trump is trash. Worst president of all time. His supporters are trash. Worst supporters of all time. You know, like just it's stupid. But Biden and Kamala ain't really the move. That's really not the move. But it's the only reason I'm voting for Biden and Kamala is because I think it's easier to fight them than to fight Trump and his supporters. The thing with Trump is he almost incentivizes all of this stuff. Well, we get some feedback.
Yeah,
we are.
All right.
Y'all talk.
That's weird. Do you have your phone open?
Nope.
Okay, so that's weird. But damn, it's still there. I feel like at least Biden and Harris, they live in a world where they believe in facts. Trump doesn't.
True. No, I agree with that. It's just look. Damn, I don't like this feedback. But I'm gonna say what I just say though. I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman about how over the last like 6 months, I'm losing faith in morality of people. Like the things that people are doing and kind of letting get by without saying anything is kind of starting to eat at me. Like I understand racism. I understand that, you know, there's a system of oppression, but it's just like it's blatant stuff. Like this, like what's it, the New York Post? I gotta find it. It was on IG. If I find it, I'll put it in here. But it was literally an article talking about how people are going to come into these communities with firearms and they're going to cause chaos and everything, and it's going to be a nightmare. And it was talking about Black Lives Matter and about the rioters. But this little 17-year-old boy who had his mom freaking drive him across state, he kills 2 people. He injures someone else severely. Same post talks about how you can't blame him for wanting to go protect these buildings. Who gives about these buildings?
Did he even know the buildings that he was going to protect?
He wasn't going to protect a building. Dog, they literally caught one of the guys in the white militia that basically said they talked to the police. The police told them, we're going to drive them to you, and then we're going to leave because you can handle it. The police told this active militia group who all had weapons, we're going to drive the protesters to you. And there's video of them driving the protesters to them. Like it's incomprehensible that people are defending this, that people are defending Trump. Like just today, he said cops choke, like golfers choke. So he basically equated shooting a guy in the back to missing a putt. He equated 160,000 people dying to it is what it is. Fam, what are we talking about right now?
The shit's not going to stop happening, though. I don't care who we have in office. Like Bernie, like even when y'all brought up Bernie, y'all didn't. I mean, no one said this is how this is going to end. Medicare isn't going to stop this.
Well, that's just one thing that he's talking about. Like he has different parts of his like campaign, and I'm not like here to advocate Bernie. I'm just saying that out of the bullshit that we got, he's definitely clearly the easiest candidate to vote for. Easy, because he's been in the trenches fighting for people for decades. That's all I'm saying.
So,
but one thing I will say about Joe Biden and Kamala, and it's going to be hilarious watching this, is Republicans are having such a hard time attacking them because they're trying to spin it like Joe Biden and Kamala don't like the police, but Kamala's team police. Joe Biden.
About again, facts don't matter to them as long as they can scare enough people to vote who they want to. It doesn't matter about the fact. Just like Trump was saying that people are going to come into the suburbs and take care of your property. You're going to be in danger if they win.
Oh, that's that Republican. Remember we watched Uncomfortable Truth? Remember they pulled that in
but it's the same thing. It's the same fear tactics. Mm-hmm. It's like once they get in, they are going to be fighting for black people, and that's going to make it worse. That literally is what Trump and the Republicans are saying. Kamala and Joe are fighting for black people, and that's going to make you lose everything. It's going to make black people come in and take everything from you.
In a nutshell, that's the message. That's the message. In a nutshell.
So the message is he's telling you that the Democrats are trying to fight for you, and that's why he doesn't want you to vote for him.
He'll be back in office, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood. We just keep, I guess, fighting a good fight.
My boy literally said, "I don't think mail-in voting is going to work. I think it'll be a fraud." All the while cutting all of the USPS, abilities to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh. Trash, man.
Miss me with that. So I mean, I guess we'll see how this shit goes. But I don't see this shit changing. I don't see this shit changing at all, regardless of who's in office. Like who's even focusing on this shit? The shit that we're trying to boycott. Ain't nobody focusing on this shit. So it is what it is.
It's lip service at this point.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. I guess it's kind of a buffer getting into our next topic. So I had another Be My Eyes call. Y'all remember Be My Eyes? Y'all remember Be My Eyes? Be My Eyes is the app where you help blind people when they call you.
Oh yeah, you were playing.
Y'all cracked on the dude that wanted to play 2K.
Yeah, you play 2K. Hey, I'm Steph Curry. Where do I shoot at? Anywhere. Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up from anywhere. You're good. You Gucci.
So I had So I had another call. Right. Answered. This nigga wanted me to help him cross the street, bro. Blind people can walk. Blind people can walk. Look, Rock, I'm serious. So no, but it's real talk. This nigga wanted me to help him. He wanted me to help him cross the street, dog. That was probably like one of the most.
I am fucking done.
But
things.
But you can't see. He's asking you to do something you can't see. Or was this on picture?
No, this is like this. He live streamed. Like it's like a FaceTime call. And he's like, hey, I'm at this crosswalk. I need help crossing the street. I'm at this crosswalk.
Was he pointing the camera at the right place?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, because they got their stick that they have. So he knows where he is. He can hear the cars. He knows where he's at. I don't know how he got to this point, but he's here and he calls me and I pick up the phone. And so he's like, look, I need you to help me cross the street. And I'm like, oh my God. Because like one false move and like I could kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So,
I need you to set me up on this app because I need this type of entertainment all day in my life.
No, it's not supposed to be entertainment. You're supposed to be helping people. Bro.
No, this is purely entertainment.
Nah. Look. When I tell you, I was legit scared, bro. I was legit scared because he was like, "Look, when the light turns green, tell me, and I'm gonna run." And I'm like, "Oh my God," because you know how like, niggas in Texas, bro. like niggas in Texas, they don't really just be paying attention. They kind of just turn and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you, and like this ain't on me if you get hit. So this shit turned green. This nigga went chopping across the street. He thanked me. He was like,
that
oh
is
God,
hilarious.
I love this app. So
I bet you, like, I need to get on this app. How much does this app pay? Like, I'll do this shit for free.
It's a volunteering app. Right.
Oh my
Sign
God,
up.
I need this.
and
You're
you get a
helping people,
call.
right?
Yeah, nigga, what you talking about? You just helping people, bro.
He trying to get a check.
Yo,
Like, how much they pay? Yeah, man.
Yo.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
My boy was
That was
crossing.
pretty cool.
My boy was crossing the street like blind Eddie Murphy and Bowfinger, bro. I can just picture that. like, come on, man.
Like, dude, when I tell you, like, my
Yo.
anxiety was through the roof, it was bad. I was like, oh man, I'm finna kill this guy.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is better than somebody playing 2K.
Crossing the street. He didn't have a walk
Yeah.
dog or nothing.
He had a stick. That was it.
No dog.
He ain't do nothing against that
Oh, man, he
BMW.
had a stick.
He couldn't ask somebody on the street with him.
Rock and his dark humor, huh? Well, apparently not. He wouldn't have called.
Wait,
me.
what he say? What he say?
I said that thing ain't gonna do nothing against that BMW.
Yes, you hear this nigga?
I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah, that's wow.
So yeah, bro, it's a pretty cool app, dog. Y'all should
That's a
download.
tough
No,
way
y'all
to
shouldn't
go out.
download it. Y'all
Oh
should
yes,
download it.
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
download this whole.
I'm just saying, in the world where COVID-19 is taking people out, to lose your life to a FaceTime call.
Crossing the street. That's just
Like I was, like,
tough
bro,
break.
I was legit,
That's a tough sell, boy.
bro.
Yo,
I
you
was
get to
legit
heaven, you get to-
responsible.
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
you get the heavenly gates. Like, what are you in for?
Man, some motherfucker, man, this motherfucker got me hit by. See, I can hear it now. This nigga gonna be mad at me.
He saw the green light, but the damn crossing guard said stop.
Look, bro.
He told me to run.
I've never had that much power over somebody's life. In my
Yo.
life. I was just like, oh my god, this shit is here is intense.
That boy would
Yeah,
have
it's intense.
that boy would have immediately thought it was a miracle because he would have been able to see everything.
Oh my
God.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yo,
No, it's a mirage. Boom. Oh,
See, that's why I can't
yo,
bring these type of
he
stories.
would have got to heaven. The
can't bring
lights
these type
would
of
have came on.
stories
Like, boy,
yo,
I cannot
This
bring
man would've called
these type
John
of
from the gate.
stories to y'all.
okay,
niggas.
go walk in the gate now. Or do I have to wait?
You know what? When I got the call, when I got the call and I went through the call, I was like, man, this is gonna be interesting. But it's not gonna be as funny as the 2K one, because the 2K one was like, bro, how you playing 2K? Nigga play 2K, bro. That's cool. Y'all niggas right here, boy. Y'all
That
niggas
is
Jesus.
crazy.
Oh my god.
so is that a
Nah,
win or a
exactly.
loss? Like, if you get your eyesight back,
That's what I say. Are these high beams or is this Jesus?
Y'all
That's
niggas
terrible.
are wild.
That is hilarious.
Joe Budden, man. Joe Budden said Spotify can suck his dick because these niggas ain't paying them. Did y'all hear that episode? Right, I mean, Rez, I kind of know you did. Right? Did you hear that episode?
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think?
I wish he could have got it into more of the numbers. Because it's like, I get that he's been the number one podcast, period, since they made the deal.
Mm.
But it's like, I'm curious, like, what type of offers were they coming with besides the Rolex? Like, he came up with a great point. He had a follow-up episode today. He was talking about it. He's like, it's different when other companies give you a bonus and they give you a stock option. They gave us a Rolex.
Wow. Yep.
He's like, how much? Like, you had me locked in if you gave me a $4,000 stock option, or give me a vested stock option instead of a Rolex watch I can buy myself.
Mm-hmm.
But
And they turned down a Rolex that they actually brought them. They went cheap on the Rolexes, and they were like,
Twice. They turned down a Rolex twice.
the
2
used
times.
one, a used Rolex.
Yeah, bro.
But that goes to show you the value of what Spotify looks at Joe Budden. Even though he's the number one entertainer for podcasting for your brand, bring the most people over. When you go to reward him, you don't reward him when he's like number one.
Right.
Well, I can make an argument that really that's the way America looks at black culture in particular. Like we make things move, and then when it comes time to pay, like it's like nah, bro, fuck you. I'm gonna give $250 million to Bill Simmons.
Right. Yeah. I thought that was a interesting episode, dude. I think I listened to it, nigga, like a few times because he was just so like I feel like he was so on top of like business and like just knowing the value of what he has that he wasn't just going to accept anything, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's one of those things where having bad relationships in your past pays off, like in it, like when it's really time. Because had he not gone through all that stuff with Def Jam and Jay-Z and getting blackballed and all that, like he even alluded to, he was like, "Bro, I'm from the music industry. Like, I know what this is. What you're doing, like we were doing in like the 2000s. Record labels been like murking us on this.
Exactly.
So like this ain't no new stuff. Like, wait, you want to do a 360 deal? So you want our podcast? You want Savon's podcast? You want Parks podcast? You want all these things for one?
Everything.
Nah,
exactly.
Bro. Nah, bro. For one deal, and even if they offered him an exorbitant amount of money, which it sounds like they did, because he said it's more money than he's ever seen in his life
or imagined in his life.
Right. It still would he would still be undervaluing what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually conscious enough to know that. Because I'm pretty sure
he's not just taking anything.
If Bill got 250, I'm pretty sure they offered him less than 250 for all of it.
Right. Bro, hell no.
No, bro.
But that's the thing. Like when you own your shit, you can kind of make you can make decisions like that. It takes a lot to make a decision like that, bro. Like I'm pretty sure because this nigga that the Joe Budden podcast is his shit, and he has people that he has to account for under him. So it's like turning down the most amount of money that you've ever seen in your life, any of them niggas, and it's like. You know, some people would kind of second guess that move because it's like, bro, like they're giving you the bag, but it's like, I mean, I know my worth, I know my value. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest part of it. You have to know what your own worth. Because, like, let's say if they came to us with a 6-figure deal, but it was the stuff that they're asking for was this. We have to do 3 or 4 episodes a week. Then they want each individual one of us to have our own side project. And have 2 or 3 episodes of it. So even though the money that we'll be offering is a lot, it's like, would that be worth the time for us?
What would your vote be? $100,000. What was your vote?
$100,000 for 2 years? I don't know. So here's why I say that. Here's why I say that is right now. I don't know if I would be
laughing at Rev's face. I'm sorry. Rev's made this face and I'm laughing at. My bad.
But like right now, I don't know if I would be able to keep up that level of content for that long. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to put myself in a position where I can't honor what the original agreement is.
Got you.
Even though it sounds dope, but I'm putting myself in a position where I'm gonna lose it on the back end because if I can't keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Rick made a good point. Like this shit's all about numbers, dude, and you got to be able to control your analytics and know what you're actually bringing in, and that's what Spotify was keeping for him. He said even Joe told him. Even Jake told him he couldn't get the breakdown on the numbers.
That's why they didn't go with title.
Yep, they know exactly what these numbers are and what it means to them, and they know that. Nigga, I mean, you know how valuable it is to keep somebody on one show for 2.5 to 3 hours versus some 3 or 4 minute song. But they're not trying to give you that. They're not trying to give you that shit.
And I thought that was genius. I thought that was genius how he played that. He said, "There's a reason I'm talking for 3 hours." You're like, that's not an accident, you know, because bump all that like, this is a unique download. Like this is a, you know, whatever jargon that they're using. No. Like bump that. What's
how
the retention?
long are these niggas listening to my shit? How long are they on? That's what I want to know because that's what the value is.
Bars.
That's what the value is. He made a good ass point when he was because this is the one thing that I've really been thinking about a lot. He actually made a good ass point when he was talking about the Ringer and what they got and what Parcast got and all that. And he said that he's not counting pockets. He's trying to assess the value of what his asset is. And I feel like we don't do that enough. I feel like that's actually something we can take to our own life, because we will have a lot of employers say, "Oh, don't discuss what I'm giving you. Don't discuss your salary and all this other stuff." But it's like, I mean, in a sense, you kind of want to know what the playing field is. Now, mind you, you don't want to tell everybody your shit, but you want to know that you're not getting lowballed.
1,000.
Matter of fact, that shit happened to me, dude. One time I was working for this insurance company, and we all kind of came in at the same level. It was like me and like 2 other people, and we all got paid the same amount for the most part, because we were all talking all this stuff. But then like somebody else comes in, hadn't been in the industry in a long time, and automatically is making $10,000 more than we are, and it wouldn't have came out unless we asked them. But the dude that got it, he was under the impression that everybody was making that, and it's like, nah. Like, but if you don't know kind of where you are, or what your value is, or what they see that your value is, dude, they can screw you and hustle you out of anything. So I thought that was like really important, dude. Like, counting your pockets versus assessing your value in the marketplace. Like, those are 2 different things. Like, I'm not counting your pockets. I don't really care how much you make. I want to know if what I'm making is comparable to the value that I have and what I'm bringing in my experience. So we try to like hide and dip and dodge what people make and salaries and all that stuff. I think we hinder ourselves in a sense, but companies want that to happen. They don't want you to know that Jim over there, even though he's been here for 2 weeks, he has less experience than you do, but he's making $10,000 more than you are. They don't want you to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, because it costs them more money to do that. Because if they know that, if everybody knows how much everybody makes, that means they have to pay everybody fairly.
But I think it works out better. But the thing is, I think it works out morally better for the company, because you know that everybody's being paid adequately.
Yeah, but now you're having 2 different conversations. Morally, yes. Fiscally, no.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But it's like,
that's the issue I had when I first started looking into like how finances work. When I was spending $34 on a freaking Reese's peanut butter cup, and I was like, oh snap, I gotta figure out how money works. And then I started going to people and asking them about finances, and everybody was like, oh no, we don't talk about money. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, so nobody talks about money? Like, oh no, you can't ask a person like what they do with money, or like how they, like, fam, wouldn't it make more sense for us to all kind of be on the same page with this? Yes. So I mean, the community.
If I make more than you, you would want to know that I make more than you. If I'm coming in new and you've been here for 5 years, tenured in, as Rez kind of said, it's like, look, and I come in making more than you, I would think you would want to know that.
Yeah,
I would think you would want me to tell you that, because now you have a leg up, and you have leverage now for when raise season do come around. You can kind of have something to play off of. If you don't, then you kind of you're just going based off of what they tell you.
Speculation.
Okay, well, yeah, you did pretty good, but you kind of missed it by this, so we can only give you a 2% raise for the year. I'm sorry. Okay, but I've been here longer than this person, and this person's making more than me.
Facts.
Like, now I feel like the more knowledge you have, the more leverage you have. But when we do that whole, let me hide my salary from this person, let me not tell them how much I make, then it's like, you don't have the leverage.
It's crazy. Rev hit on something. He said he works in an industry where that happens every day, where a new employee comes in making more than tenured staff that don't fly with folks. I literally trained this girl. I trained a girl. Trash. Like, trash as a people person, trash as a leader, not inspiring, bland as all hell, like just bread. Bread. And literally got fast forwarded through a program, became a supervisor in like 2.5, 3 years, went from not being able to talk on the phone to a customer to running a whole team.
That sounds like Wonder Bread. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Trash, man. This is America. Don't catch us living that.
Have y'all ever said y'all salary to anybody? How much?
Oh yeah, I have.
If they ask directly, yeah.
They ask directly. Okay, that's what's up. As podcasters, how do y'all feel about what Joe did? I really want our perspective.
I love Joe, man. I've been rocking with Joe since 2004. Move Music 2, whatever year that dropped. I've been rocking with Joe. And for him to get in the podcast game, being as genuine as he is, even though he be on some BS sometimes, because why not? I know his heart's in the right place, and he does things for creatives. Like, that's the whole reason he left Everyday Struggle. He built that whole format.
Mm-hmm.
They just happened to link him up with academics, and it just popped. But for him to have that type of integrity to say, like, look, I'm not gonna sell out the people that work with me. I'm not gonna undersell myself, and I'm not gonna let you just run over me, because if you run over me and I'm number one, what you gonna do to the rest of these guys?
Right.
So
he's setting the bar for how much people
how this is gonna go. Exactly. So for him to have that type of thinking and awareness of like who he is in relation to the environment that he's helped to usher in and create, like I can't speak highly enough about him. I hope he gets his bag. But I remember being in the car hitting y'all up when they did the what was it, the 2-year anniversary, or it like
The Spotify deal?
No, it wasn't Spotify. Oh no, yeah, it was when they first got the Spotify deal, and we were like celebrating, fam. And I mean, like, you know, we struggling podcasts. We weren't doing big things like that. You know, we weren't doing 20,000 downloads. You know what I'm saying? We
talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we were crawling, man. You know, we were somewhere around like 7,000. You know, we were struggling. But I remember us just all being so happy for him. And I remember us going out to see him when he came to Dallas. And it's just like, fam, like, he's the Mike Jordan of this podcast stuff. Like, he's showing us how big this could be. Nobody was talking about doing a live event podcast tour before Joe Budden. Nobody was doing that. Like, I mean, Joe Rogan was probably the biggest that you had, and like, I mean, who cares? It's Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's solid though.
I don't fuck with him. Keep going.
You don't fuck with Joe Rogan?
At all? Not in a little bit?
No.
Have you ever listened to any of his stuff?
Yeah, I just see so with Joe Rogan, I should say. Maybe I caught him on the wrong day, but I watched him interview 2 politicians, right? And when he interviewed them, he literally completely flip-flopped on his whole thought process just based off of who was in the room with him. And I was like, I can't roll with that.
Okay.
So, you know, maybe I need to give more exposure to him. But it's just like, I don't like that. I like if you gonna say what you say, I get getting new information and reevaluate and be like, oh, you know what, that I got you. But having the same exact information, but just changing it based off of who's in the room with you, I'm not rolling. I don't like that.
Yeah. Ref said you're wrong. People were doing live shows before Joe.
Who was that?
Doing live shows?
Yeah, because maybe I'm just uncultured.
Live shows were a thing.
I mean, who?
Brilliant Idiots, I think. We're doing live shows.
Brilliant. Angela Yee. Even they started growing on tour.
We count Angela Yee.
I mean, she has a podcast.
Nigga, she a podcaster. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are we counting? That makes sense.
Shit. If you had her numbers, nigga.
Wait, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm just saying, like, some people are good at. No, I'm just saying some people are good at podcasting. Some people are just there because they have clout.
I mean, she has a podcast. She's doing live shows.
But people just show up.
I'm just saying, like, I think they're showing up because she has clout. I don't think they're showing up because they're just like, damn, I can't wait to hear what Angela Yee said.
I don't know if I would just pull up and just be like, oh, I want to pull up the Angela Yee shit. Just
that's what I'm saying.
I have clout. So they're probably going to go just to see because they want to hear what she got to say.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I thought it was killing me.
Pause.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's crazy? I've been thinking it because I've been, you know,
you holding it back.
Yeah, but I thought about saying it, but I just knew better. I'm just saying, like, you know, you make choices.
What? What's the problem?
Your throat hurts. It's killing you.
Y'all niggas are something else.
Get some halls, yeah. Get some halls. Get some
Speaking of
relief.
choices, him and Charlotte kind of got into it, which even led into the second episode.
Mhm.
Oh, I haven't even seen it yet. Because didn't he say something about negotiating better?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Joe said pretty much, man. Charlamagne was like, you pretty much he negotiated the deal, and that if your thing didn't work at Complex and it's not working with Spotify, then maybe it's not them, maybe it's you. And it's like, okay. And then pretty much Joe was saying, well, like, you've been working for Breakfast Club for 10 years. Like, I own the Joe Budden podcast. So the conversations that we're having are different. Which, I mean, that's a good point.
That's a valid argument.
It was a shot, but I mean, that's a good point, because the conversations that Joe are having are different than the ones than you are when you work for somebody. I mean, this nigga Charlamagne works for iHeartRadio. They do Breakfast Club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he works for them, but Joe funds his own shit. So it's different.
Joe.
Yeah, it's just different. It's different. I thought that was interesting, because I mean, they're two top podcasters in the culture. So I kind of see not necessarily them go at it, but their different perspectives on things when they're in really two different positions. It's like,
it's a different mindset. Because like one thing he said on the second podcast is, we have been trained to build something up and give it away for 50% of the value.
You better talk.
So it's like, when he said that, it's like, damn. Like even when you look at the Breakfast Club before Charlamagne, Envy, and Yee, they built up to what the platform is. But they, when they do contracts or whoever it is, you have to give away a piece of it for the bag. And what Joe's doing is like, no, I'm keeping ownership, but you have to pay for it.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
It's basically a distribution deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a distribution deal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you my shit. Would y'all?
I gotta listen to that episode.
I got test the tip. What would y'all niggas do?
Depends how big that bag is.
They wanted all our rights of speak.
Speak between the lines. How much money we got? Because money's relative. Like, so for example, like Joe Budden might be able to turn down a bag for $150 million because he's getting millions of dollars between Revolt and whatever other endeavors he has, like reality TV and all that, and then whatever he got left from hip hop. I think he said he had like $30 left from hip hop. So it counts. It counts. So I mean, 150 million to us is different. $1 million to us will probably be different.
But that's not. But Joe didn't make that decision based off of what he was able to do, because he felt bad off the fact that like the niggas that work for him aren't seeing the type of money that he's seeing. But he just feels like the value in his ownership is more.
That's true.
See,
but I mean, go ahead.
Y'all would so how much? So y'all would sell y'all's ownership of the podcast to a major company, depending on how much money it is.
The money matters, but the second part that I think of is, would I lose my name? Because if they say, okay, speak between lines, but you also lose King Gabe, J Rock, and Rez, y'all can never be that
anywhere else.
So if you have to start something else, you can't be King Gabe, J Rock, and Rez. You know what I'm saying? Then that's a different thing. It's like, well, that's part of me. So I don't know if I could sell that part. If it's just the podcast, depending on the money, yeah. Because we could always go in and start another one, put it up, and then do whatever with it.
I don't know. I probably could.
No,
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
So depending on the money, like the only thing that I don't like exclusive deals. Like I like the distribution part of it. Okay, cool. But like if it's like exclusively, like y'all can't be speak between lines. Y'all can't do anything outside of our control. Y'all have no kind of like in Civil War, Captain America Civil War, when it was just like, okay, you sign the accords, you go when we tell you to go. You come when we tell you to come. If this is one of those deals, like, okay, from a podcast standpoint, y'all record when we say record, y'all go on tour when we say go on tour.
Y'all go on vacation whenever we say go on vacation.
Nah,
y'all work for these niggas.
nah, bro. There's too many podcasts that are just getting distribution deals that don't have to do that. Like the His and Her podcast, or what's another one? It's so fire. It's a financial podcast. It's two sisters that do it. My wife listens to it all the time.
Sister. Okay.
It escaped me.
What about if it was like a limited? They would just own it for, let's say, a year or 2 years, and then after that, we get it back. But during that 2-year period, they would own it.
Like the Spotify deal. It's basically Spotify.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
It's not a Spotify deal.
What you mean?
Because Joe still owns the Joe Budden podcast, even though it's
on
Spotify.
That's true.
Yeah. Like I'm talking about like they like, here, give me your shit. We now own it.
Okay, let me ask Ave. Well, how much?
Right.
How much is
how much Lonnie need for you to say yes?
To sell the podcast to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
And to like completely, like they have complete ownership of it and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
100,000, 200,000,
Hell no.
99,000.
Nah, I don't know, dude. Because like I feel like this is ours. Like, nigga, this is our shit. Like, this started with us. Like, why would I give away our creative rights to whoever? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Now you know what? Now you know why Joe turned the deal down. Michelle Perry said 1.2 million.
$1.2 million
a piece.
Yeah, because really 1.2 million split between 3 people, and then you got to put the taxes in there. I mean, it ain't really 1.2 million.
That's like only 200, maybe 250 at most.
I mean, you might be able to buy. We might be able to buy a house. I mean, what are we talking?
If you're lucky, if you're lucky.
Yeah. 1.2 million each.
Is Perry making us an offer or something?
I'm about to say, what kind of deal she got?
Yeah, Perry, is that an offer? Is this official?
She popping on her podcast, so that's what I'm saying. Maybe she knows something that we don't really know. You know,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Behind the scenes,
I don't know, dude.
Hook us up, Perry.
I'm just like this is.
It's your baby.
I'm really on ownership right now. Like, I feel like this is our shit, and we can do it whatever we want to.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, we sell our shit. Okay, we sell our shit to whoever, right? Spotify, Apple, whatever. They own our shit, right? They own it. Regardless of what happens, Rez, you got to show up and record.
Right.
Regardless.
Oh, you have throat surgery Saturday? Okay, I'll see you Sunday.
Oh yeah. Erica needs help with the kids? Nah, nigga, you got to show up and record. Yeah, like, nigga, you under somebody now. Like, why would we do that to the podcast? Why would we do that?
Shout out to MP. She tripled the money this season. I feel you, girl. Respect. But no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
We should have her on.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know her. I'm assuming you know her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. She's fire. J-Rock did a couple episodes with her, I believe. So
season 1 of her podcast.
Yeah. No, she's fire.
I'm with it.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, it's like it's your baby, so it's just like I kind of feel better having control over my stuff. Like, even though people that don't have money always say that, right? Then when you get the money, it's just like, oh yeah, do whatever you want. Like, I don't care, you know. So I don't know. I love Speak Between the Lines, bro. Like, that's a tough one for me.
1.2 sounds good, but it's not enough to set you for life.
And the thing is, the point 2, like the 1 is fine. The point 2 is just kind of irks me a little bit.
The point 2 is taking care of the taxes.
Yeah, the 200,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Each. All right, Chad.
Rest in peace. Unexpected death.
That hurt.
Unexpected death, man. I wasn't ready for that one. I wasn't ready for that one. Death has been it's been around a lot lately. But yeah, man, Chadwick Boseman dying was unexpected for us anyway. I mean, his close family knew what he was dealing with, what he had been dealing with for the past 4 years. Man,
Yeah,
but,
2016.
yeah, man. To see him impact as many people as he did, and we really give him just accolades for the Black Panther, right? As a culture, it's like, yeah, this nigga did the Black Panther, but Jackie Robinson, Marshall, like this dude was doing
Get
his
on
thing.
now. Yeah.
Get on. Yeah, he was doing his thing. And it's tough to see somebody like that go, but at the same time, you can appreciate him because of how many people he was able to impact while dealing with colon cancer.
Yeah. Between surgery, between chemo, like Black Panther was done in between surgeries, in between chemo. That is amazing. In between itself, 21 Bridges. Even though that movie didn't pop the way the other ones did, but it's like he still carried that movie. But you never saw or thought anything about it. And one thing that's interesting to me is looking in hindsight now, because last year it was reportedly that they were looking for Cherie to replace Chadwick as Black Panther. I'm like, man, why would you get rid of Chadwick? But it's like now it's like he must have had the conversation with Disney up front. It's like, I know I can't do it, but I want this legacy to move forward.
Right.
So even in the midst of fighting, it's like he still wanted to make sure that the conversations that came up with Black Panther was still going to go forward. And not only from the male's perspective, it's like, well, no, I want Black women to have the same type of conversation that Black men had, and the same type of pride that we had. So it just adds on to not only what he was as an actor, because he's obviously extremely talented, but who he is as a person. The fact that most people wouldn't have kept on going. So not only was he fighting for his life, but even in the midst of that, he's fighting for other people. So I love
facts.
I think for me, well, it's crazy how. So I remember me and my wife, we bought a couple Black Panther shirts when the movie first came out, and we went on a date Friday, and right before we left, I was wearing a Black Panther shirt, and I literally changed clothes to go on a date, and we're on this boat, and literally we get the news that he passed, and it literally like completely shut down everything that we had going.
Yeah.
Like my whole world stopped. And it's like I didn't even know that I had that type of emotion towards him like that. But I remember the first time I saw him was when he played James Brown. I was like, man, he smoked that movie. It was phenomenal, like a tour de force. And then 42, and it's just like he brought Jackie Robinson back to life. Like that was that's insane. And I remember being in Black Panther, and I had never seen a movie like that. Say what you want about the movie, but I've never had a movie experience like that where I just saw my people held with such high regard. And I remember crying in that movie. I remember like right at the end, when Killmonger was like, he had the quote about, put me in the ocean.
Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who knew better, that jumped off the sea, that drowning was better than bondage.
Yeah. Dying is better than bondage. Yeah. So, and I remember a tear dropping, like, and he gave me those moments, and to realize that he literally did that in between going to surgeries, dealing with cancer, going to St. Jude to see the kids. I remember that interview where he talked about those two kids. I remember that interview where he talked about those two kids that passed, and he broke. And to know that he knew he was dealing with
the same thing,
bro.
Like, think about, like, this man is granting wishes, and technically somebody should have been granting his wish. Like, still giving back, like that, like it's amazing. It truly is, because, like I said, most people would have given up. Most people would have turned around and made it about them. He took that moment and still gave to give back to everybody else.
Yeah, he did. You know what? I think I appreciate his family more for not saying anything about him having colon cancer or anything like it, not getting out at all. Because one thing that illness does is it can kind of shape your achievements in a sense if it's out, right? So like if let's say Chadwin has shared the fact that he was having colon cancer and he was fighting it, then Black Panther and the Jackie Robinson movie, like all that would have been masked or seen through his illness,
the backdrop of the cancer.
Illness. Exactly. And so the fact that he was able to do all this stuff and impact so many people. I mean, shit, the video that I posted the other day about people talking to the Black Panther poster and was like, look, man, you've done so much and I can't believe, like, you inspired me and all this and that.
And they have it come out
and like people be so surprised and shocked. Like all that was while he was fighting cancer. And for no one to know that. Wow. And it's like you appreciate his story so much more after the fact. And I'm just so glad that it wasn't just washed in the fact that he had colon cancer, because I feel like it would have reshaped our entire perspective.
100%. Like that would have been the number one thing said in the reviews of the movie. It was a great movie for somebody who, he's doing all these great things for somebody who.
Right.
It always would have been a asterisk, or it wouldn't have been him doing it. It's like, oh, well, look what he's enduring.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I think, man, after experiencing two family deaths and then now this, it's like knowing people who like really truly live their life to the end. You just appreciate, like you said, you just appreciate the life so much. Like he knew he had colon cancer since 2016,
right?
And dude didn't miss a beat. He did movies. He was on SNL. Like he was like, look, I'm going to still, at least this is what I'm thinking his mindset is. It's like, I'm going to continue my life. I'm gonna keep trying to change lives. I'm gonna keep doing movies. I'm not gonna let my life end because I'm battling with this. I'm gonna keep fighting it, and I'm gonna keep inspiring people or whatever his goals were leading out. He kept with them, and I just think that's so powerful, dude. I think that's so powerful. I see that, and it's like after mourning, of course, and looking at all the videos of him doing interviews and all this stuff, like you almost think like, man, like what is my excuse? Like what?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, like what is like Chadwick Boseman? He had colon cancer for 4 years, at least diagnosed. So he's had it probably longer, and it's like he kept going at 100% as much. He kept going as hard as his body would allow him to, and it's like, nigga, you wake up with what opportunities in front of you, and why are you not taking advantage of them?
Fam, I got a roll, but I want to say this because you hit on it.
And we could close out here because we've been going for a minute. I want to talk about Chad, but I kind of want to get off of it too.
He's one of the most powerful men I've ever seen in my life. Like, just it's like, oh man, I lost my train of thought. Bro, think about it like this. That's news that would cripple most people, a good majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 3, developing into stage 4, and He not only did that, he had a Billy before he left. He was coming off of treatment, going to Saturday Night Live. I had not, Kevin. Like, you got to think about
and not missing the beat.
He didn't miss nothing. He didn't miss nothing. And shout out to, man, just a life well lived, bro. Like it hurts, bro. It like, and the thing, and I struggle because I don't like speaking ill on people, but it's just like some of the people that are still here doing all this bull.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying no names, but I mean, there's a 4 and a 5 in my thoughts, and it's like he here, but
we lost
like,
Chadwick. Yeah,
it's like, fam, the Black Mamba died in February, or was that January?
That was January.
Yeah, and the funeral was in February. So we lost a Black Mamba. The week of the Black Mamba's birthday, we lose the Black Panther. It's like our icons are just.
Yeah, this one hurt. I mean, both hurt. Almost evenly. It felt like, just in different ways. Both of them hurt. I had to catch myself though, and I feel like we all we got to catch ourselves when people who are so close to us or who have impacted us in such a huge way die, and then we mourn, and it's like, I think we gotta be careful and mindful of how much we expose ourselves to their death or the reminder of their death. Because as soon as he passed away, I mean, just like Kobe, his face was everywhere. So
everywhere.
It's like a constant reminder and a constant revisit of his death and mourning. I mean, every time I hopped on Instagram, it was a picture of Chadwick Boseman at the top.
Yeah.
At least the first 2 or 3 pictures was of him. So it kind of just goes back to protecting your energy, man. Of course, you want to mourn, you want to be sad for people, and you want to kind of go through your process of feeling sad, crying, remembering, and working your way out of it. But you just kind of gotta be careful of how much you expose yourself to someone passing, such as a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the one thing I will say about that is let them inspire, because like what you said, and shout out to your boy Jonathan, he's like, we'll let a headache ruin our day, but when we see what somebody truly great does, what excuse do we have? So it's okay to mourn, but let it inspire you, and lift us all to do better.
Yes. Stage 3 colon cancer, man. Let me get on Saturday Night Live. Stage 3 colon cancer, bro. Black Panther, Endgame. Like, come on, bro. This nigga was doing this thing, dog.
Mm-hmm.
We wake up, nigga. We got pink eye in one eye. We like, oh shit, nigga. I'm out of here, man. I got a cough. I can't clear my throat. I'm gonna lay it down. It'll go away. Let me just rest it out of me, man. Look, dog. You gotta get up and you gotta grind and appreciate life as much as you can, because you don't know when that shit's gonna end. So I told y'all niggas at the top of this, I almost got here today. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't know when this shit's gonna end. You don't. So just be thankful for what you got. Like I said last week, and protect your energy, dude. But rest in peace, rest in power, rest in love. Chadwick Boseman, man, gone too soon, but never forgotten, man. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, man.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. I hate that we ended on a sad note.
Well, you know what? Actually,
Brandy
Brandy Monica. Let's go ahead and get the energy up real quick.
Oh yeah, Brandy Monica.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all get the energy up. I gotta go take care of these kids.
All right,
well, you definitely get your energy up then.
Hey,
doing
really
that.
Quick, do y'all watch Lovecraft County or Country?
Nope.
No, don't.
Y'all should check that out. Oh, y'all should check that out. It's a good show. It's a good show. That is
We'll talk about it.
Show. HBO Max, if y'all have it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll get on it.
All right, Rez. Appreciate you, bro. Later.
All right. So Brandy Monica, man.
That was some good shit, dude. You know what? I was barbecuing while it was on, and I think I told y'all this at the beginning. I was like, or when it was announced that they were going to do this whole thing, this whole verses, and I was like, man, I think Brandy kind of got it. And then I was talking to some people. I think I talked to Rev. I talked to my homegirl at work, and it was like, do you remember Monica's catalog? And I was like, well, nah, not really. And so we started like sending each other songs. I was like, okay, she might have it. And I catch myself yesterday watching it. Bro, I'm only jamming 2 Monica songs.
Well, Monica was tough.
Monica was nice. I'm just glad they were able to pull it off. Because, you know, they had beef for a little bit. And I still feel like there was some tension. I don't care what they say.
Just a little bit of tension there.
Man, I don't know, dude. I feel like Monica didn't really want to be there. I feel like she was just there for the bag. And I felt like she felt like Brandy was on her too damn much. Like, get off me. Why are you hanging on me like this? Why are you asking me to sing? I don't want to do a sing along. Don't ask me to sing with you. I'm here. I'm just going to play my songs.
Because she wasn't singing to very many of them. Brandy was singing to everything.
Yeah, but I thought it was good. I honestly have I have Monica winning it.
Why have Monica TKO on it? Like, cause like every song Monica played was it hit differently. Like the second song Brandy played was weak. I'm like, why would you play a song that's not a hit off of Full Moon instead of playing Full Moon second? Already you did that.
And that's what some people were saying today. They were like, well, Brandy didn't play
all of her songs. Hits. Yeah.
She just played some shit. And it was some good stuff. She played some good stuff, but I mean, Monica, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now I will give Brandy. Brandy is a performer. When she came with that damn poetry, like when she did the poetry for Missing You, I almost broke down.
Did you?
I'm like, you can't do this intro talking about Kobe and Chadwick and then play Missing You next.
Oh yeah. That was a sad song. I think when I first heard that song, I want to say somebody passed away. And
like the great part, I forgot about Missing You. Like it's a lot of Monica songs I forgot, a lot of Brandy songs. Like, yo, even though Monica's on Brandy's neck right now, Brandy came with some heat too.
Yeah, and that's why I appreciate verses, especially with like 90s artists, 90s early 2000 artists, because a lot of songs that you kind of forget about. I mean, you remember like their hot songs that they kind of still maybe play now, but I mean, some of the songs that they were playing yesterday, I was like, oh, okay, no, yeah, this is a vibe. I think I've had on repeat. I want to say I was even listening to it before the podcast even started.
Which one?
It was Monica's song. Ah, shit, what song was it? Damn, what is it? Hold on, I'm trying to look for it.
Angel?
Nah, Angel's cool. I like Angel. Why I Love You So Much. That's like that's my jam. That's the one that's been on repeat for like, I think I was listening to that on repeat before this thing even started. Baby, it's just why I love you so. Yeah, Monica.
Boy, that thing definitely was hidden.
That's my bae. But it was good, dude. I like what Versus is doing. I like that this thing has turned into a business opportunity for Tim and Swiss. And it just started off as some shit that, hey, let's get these two artists together and play some music. I mean, dude, when this thing first started, I mean, we had 100,000 viewers watching it
at most. Time. Yeah, now we're getting millies out the like it's
1.2 yesterday. 1.2 yesterday, just on Instagram alone. That's not even including Apple Music. 1.2 million watches on Instagram alone. Yeah. Sitting Up in My Room is forever a classic. So that's actually, I ain't gonna say my favorite Brandy song, but that's the one that I've been listening to off the way to Excel album soundtrack. Sitting on Top of My Room is tough. I like that.
The one round that I just vibed, I couldn't pick a winner, was So Gone versus I Want to Be Down. Because like both of those back to back, like, oh, Gone hit. It's like, but I Want to Be Down here too.
Shit. Yeah. Michelle said they go that 1.2 number again. Trying to tell us something, man. You're trying to tell us something.
You ain't wrong about it.
Yeah, I want to know what the name of her podcast is and check it out.
It is the Successful Diligence Podcast.
This is the one you were on. Okay. Okay.
Yep. So shout out to Michelle on the Successful Diligence podcast. If you haven't listened to it, go and take a listen to it.
Okay. Did she grill you? Did she like?
Oh yeah, it was real good. Yeah, she asked me a lot of difficult questions.
Okay.
That I had to come up with some real answers that I wasn't ready to do on the spot. But
I'm gonna go back and listen to it, see how much you were lying.
Oh, just go ahead and lead that in the damn group chat.
Right. But no, yeah, Brandy versus Monica, man. You talking about nostalgia, dude. Like, I wish these verses happened more often, but I don't want it to lose. I don't want it to lose its value. Like,
yeah,
I think like we need to sit in this one, listen to the songs, kind of go through our phase, and then they need to come with another one.
Yeah, because like especially from what it started as a battle to now is this a appreciation of music now. Mm-hmm. It's so much better.
Yeah, I wonder if some of the earlier artists are like regretting, because the earlier artists were like, man, yeah, it's just about the culture and all this other stuff, but now all these later artists are probably getting deals and like getting money. I mean, they're getting a song stream. They're able to showcase new music that they're dropping in front of millions of people. So it's like, or hundreds of thousands of people. So the deal is sweeter than it was.
Much sweeter, especially if you got a new project coming out. Because her putting out, was it Tangled? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, Monica still got it.
Right. Right. Who you want to see in the verses?
Oh man, I don't even know, man. You know what? I want to see some of the older groups, like a Boyz II Men versus Blackstreet.
Yeah, I was thinking older groups too. Drew Hill and
nigga, let's go.
Yeah. I want to see Drew Hill come back out. If Drew Hill came out.
I would love to see Drew Hill. Oh my,
that'd be nice.
That would break the internet, especially if they get the original Drew Hill.
Yeah,
which would that part would never happen. It will be the new people, but still playing all the classics, nigga.
Yeah, Jodeci is a good option too. Jodeci, Drew Hill versus Jodeci. I can see that.
I'm for it, man. I'm for it.
Yeah, I wonder what the next level of this is going to be for the versus battle.
Man, I could see it in a way taking over of touring.
Them touring
with the amount of like with them like putting like a small fee on it, like even if it's just like $3, $3, $4, $5. Yeah. Like if it's like that's still a significant payday for nothing new. Yeah.
I don't know, man, because the luxury of the versus battle now is that it's free, at least on Instagram. I mean, if you have Apple Music, you're paying a subscription fee for that. But people will still go out. I think people will still go out and watch it if it was in a concert. Rev said, "I need Joe to battle somebody because that nigga be singing." Joe versus
Jagged Edge.
I was gonna say nah, Joe. It can't be a group versus just one person.
I mean, but like who you gonna have go against Joe though?
Joe, that's what I'm trying to think. Joe versus Cisco's coming to mind, but I don't know if Cisco versus Joe is a good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good look.
Hey, don't sleep on
baby. Let me see that
Joe versus Brian McKnight.
Oh, that's smoky. I'm with that.
Good one. Joe versus Brian McKnight.
I'm with that because both of them would sing the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that would be good. That's a good one. That's actually not a bad one. I want to get Babyface back on. See, Teddy Riley, he had the right idea. The execution was wrong.
Yeah.
The execution was wrong. He had the right idea to monetize it.
Yeah.
And we thought he was crazy. Like, why are you trying to monetize the shit? Just come up here and just do the stuff and just play the songs. And look.
Everybody monetize. Everybody getting that paper.
Man, for real. All right.
You know how mad he gotta be right now? These motherfuckers ain't want to monetize me, but everybody else getting this money.
And we trashed Teddy Riley. We trashed him, bro. It's like he had the right idea. Execution is everything, man. That shit is, if you don't, you can have the greatest idea in the world. If you can't execute that shit, that shit effectively, then somebody else will figure out how to. You know, and that's what they did. You got some outside the culture versus battles you want to see?
Outside the culture?
You're supposed to be so musically inclined. I know you just
like outside. I you know what? Maroon 5 versus Nickelback.
Did you just throw that? You just throw it out there. You just threw it out there, didn't you?
Not cause like that's like okay. It's like we gonna do it outside the culture. These are two groups that I know about. So
Maroon 5. Well, all right, that's what's up. I want to see Linkin Park go against somebody. I don't know who yet though.
But who though?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. NSYNC versus the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, nigga.
NSYNC versus the Backstreet Boys is a good one, Rev.
I'm actually with that.
That's a good one. I like Linkin Park. I want to see Linkin Park go against somebody. But NSYNC versus Backstreet, bro, Backstreet was one of them groups that's like, when you were younger, you really couldn't just tell people that you liked Backstreet
Boys.
When you grew up, it was like, yeah, I come for them. Hell, what you talking about? Niggas used to crack on you back in grade school, like, do you like Backstreet Boys?
I mean, it's okay, I guess.
I didn't know about Backstreet until I moved to Mesquite. They didn't say nothing about Backstreet, nothing when I was in Pleasant Grove. I was like,
I bet that actually makes sense.
Yeah, I got to Mesquite. Everybody was listening to Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I'm like, who is this?
What's that? Backstreet's back. All right.
Yeah, bro. I'm the guy look back again. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They solid. I actually might jam them when I get off this mug. That's cool. But yeah, man, I think versus is gonna be tight. I want to see who else they bring up. They're surprising me with people. I didn't know this was gonna last as long, but I mean, we got artists, so I guess we can see how long it's gonna go. Oh man. Ready to get off this mug?
Yeah, I don't got nothing else. Nothing else.
Sign up for our fantasy football team so I can bust y'all ass. That's all I got to say. We got 4 or 5 more spots left. I know I got like 2 or 3 people that are actually down. So we really only maybe have 2 more spots. But first come, first serve, man. Sign up. Calvin Smith.
Choose the email. Choose the email. We'll send you the link to get in it. Y'all get your ass bust. Because I'm just putting out there. Last league I was first place. Just putting that out there. So
all right, okay.
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, so was I. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, fantasy's coming up. Sign up. The draft is Sunday at 6 Central Standard Time, because I know we got listeners kind of all over the place. So Smoky Norfolk, that's 7 for you. Chris, that's 7 for you. But yeah, man, just sign up. It's a good thing. Like I said, we just coming on this mug. Do fantasy, and like I said, just gives us a reason to talk mess to y'all. That's pretty much it. But let us know if you want to sign up. Like I said, we got a few more spots left. Get that thing cracking. You got anything else?
Well, that's it.
That's it, man. Appreciate y'all for hopping on, checking out our shows. Check out some of our older podcasts, or Speak Between the Lines, on any podcast platform that you listen to podcasts on. I could have said that better. Just search Speak Between the Lines and you'll find all of our older stuff. There's nothing else, man. This is PK signing off.
This is J-Rock.
Speak Between the Lines. We are out of here. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe.